What is happening, Magnus? So TikTok got banned, and they claim they coming back. But you know why I don't give a damn and say TikTok can kiss my black ass is because see this picture right here. If you go to my Instagram and you scroll down, you'll see the video. That picture right there is to a video that got me banned off of TikTok. I was faking like I was going to open up an OnlyFans. Exactly. Is that me? No, it's my face with a filter. That's what it is. It was parody TikTok. It was comedy TikTok, humor. Have you ever heard of that? That's what it was. They banned my account. I appealed it, and they still said it was valid to be banned. Yeah. So, fuck them as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a damn. And then they had some of their people actually got in contact with me because they wanted me to work with them. Apparently their different sections of their business don't, talk to each other because they should have known that they had banned my account. And I told them, and they're like, oh, really? What happened? We're going to have to look into this. We'll look into this for you, Tyrone. Great. Gave them my name on there. Never got back to me. So, fuck TikTok. But they claim that they're coming back. And I don't care because they don't even pay well. Like, if you're over on TikTok and you get a lot of views and you're making some money, over here on YouTube you make like 3 times quadruple the money. Like, it's not even worth it. And then after I had heard that they robbing us for information over there. Now, I don't know if there's any other apps over here in the United States that take as much information as they do. If they do, then that's a problem. But if not, then that's still a problem. Anyway, but I don't care. I'll probably never be on there again in my life. Ever. So, let's check this out. See how they coming back.
Breaking news from TikTok, the social media app, saying it is in the process of restoring service after going dark for more than 170 million American users late last night. In a statement, the company says President-elect Trump gave it the clarity that service providers would not be penalized. Congress passed the bipartisan bill last April that led to a current banning of TikTok, but it was Trump who signed an executive order, you will remember, in August of 2020 to step up pressure on the Chinese-owned app to sell to an American company. Now, Trump is saying he wants the U.S. to have a 50% ownership stake between ByteDance or new owners. Joining us now for more on this, cybersecurity and data protection expert, Caitlin Sarian. Caitlin, thanks for taking the time and being with us. Let's start by getting your reaction to TikTok's announcement on a restoration of service.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in shock for the last 48 hours. I was in denial, and then last night when it went out, I was in shock.
Why was y'all shocked? They said they was going to do it.
And I just kind of stared at my phone.
People was waking up like, oh no!
I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the future, and this is looking good for the 170 million of us that are on TikTok, but I think it's been a roller coaster of emotions for a lot of us that are content creators on the platform.
So online, you are known as Cybersecurity Girl. You create content specifically educating your viewers on topics like data protection and privacy, things of that nature. Congress and the Supreme Court say this is a national security risk, not necessarily just TikTok, but apps owned by foreign adversaries or companies that are from a foreign adversary. Do you believe Americans' information?
Well, you know what? Listen, I already know they got more information than they should of our own government does. However, I understand the worry with that. I mean, you got Chinese spy balloons flying over. You got stuff coming out about the vaccine. And you got other stuff going on, them hacking us in different places. I mean, isn't that a legitimate concern for the government? I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know they got our information too. But still, to have foreign adversaries that's also an issue. You get what I'm saying? They both shouldn't have as much information as they do on us. But I'd rather have one company have more information on us than usual than a few. You know what I'm saying?
He's really at risk here?
Well, as a cybersecurity professional, you know that everything is a risk, right? You always have to take a risk-based approach. So every service, every website, every app that you use and download, every time you're giving your information to someone, no matter who it is, you have to take a risk-based approach. And for me personally, when I heard back when TikTok was going to partner with Oracle and try to move their services over to the US, I think this...
Oracle, give me the location of Robin. Let me know where he's at. I'll get in the Batmobile, the Tumbler, and I'll meet him.
Just like 3.5, almost 4 years ago now, I started feeling more comfortable going on the platform. So before I actually didn't go on the platform, I took that risk-based approach. I said, I don't feel comfortable giving my data to China at that moment in time. When I heard that TikTok was starting to partner with Oracle, I decided, hey, my risk-based approach it's okay because I feel like my purpose is bigger and I'm going to be able to reach a larger audience. And that was my risk-based approach. But every single individual has to take that approach, no matter if it's TikTok, whatever app you're using, and just knowing who you're sharing your information with, there's always a risk, especially when it comes to China or other foreign adversaries as well.
Yeah, I think most Americans, I get personal texts to my personal phone from politicians asking me, all sorts of things. Like, everybody gets my information. So I think a lot of Americans are like, wait a minute, everybody has our information. But
there's different, I forgot the name of the one that I have a membership for, but there are ones out there that get rid of your info out there so that they can't, and it takes you off of all the mailing lists and stuff like that, so that's not out there like that. So look into that. I would assume it's worth it.
But this is different. This is about foreign adversaries and what they could possibly do. You worked at TikTok, right? I wanna know if you think, could you ever imagine a day when we'd be at this point?
No, and again, TikTok was always about inspiring creativity and bringing joy. So I actually started my TikTok, and then ironically, I got my job at TikTok.
And bring me no joy.
From my TikTok. So I grew really well on TikTok for about a year. And then I applied to a job at TikTok because I was so passionate about their mission. And it completely changed my life. And I know it's completely changed so many of my friends around me life. It impacts so many small businesses. It's unbelievable. And it is a little bit ironic that I truly feel like the TikTok app is the American dream, right? It's allowing people to reach worldwide. It's allowing small businesses to expand outside of their small hometowns. It's really bringing in tons of money for American citizens. And so I had such a passion and purpose. I really, really wanted to work there. And seeing all the behind the scenes, I want to preface that I did not work there's two separate TikToks, right? There's a TikTok US after Trump had stated that he wanted to bring it more to the US or sell to the US. So they started splitting off. There's a TikTok US specifically, and then there's a TikTok Global. And I actually worked at TikTok Global, so I didn't see or touch any of the US data. We were...
Sounds like Globo, Jim.
...solely focused on everything outside of the US, so all the other countries that use TikTok. But the team that I know that worked at TikTok US, like dedicated individuals, ex-FBI, ex-CIA agents, and then they were, again, partnering with Oracle. So I really felt comfortable with them. But again, it's a risk-based decision. Obviously, I don't know what the Supreme Court saw. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I didn't have any privy of seeing, and a lot of the American citizens don't, which is why most of us are very confused and hurt and upset and shocked. But I truly believe that our government is doing this to protect the United States as a whole, even if we might not see it that way. So again, it's hard for me because I see both sides, right? I absolutely love the platform. I've seen
how is banning it against the our freedom of speech? I've seen that title. I've seen that title in different articles. I haven't had a chance to read them yet, but I've seen it's violating freedom of speech. Sure, it's some way, maybe it is. I'm just curious. I'm like, well, banning an app, why? Because it allows us to post to it and speak. Is that why? I mean, that would mean almost any app that would be social media, then that would be. But that doesn't, to me, I'm kind of like, well, if they are a security issue, how's that against your freedom of speech when you can clearly speak anywhere else? I don't know, whatever.
How much it impacts people. But I also see the negative side effects of apps and just cybersecurity as a whole. So it's very hard for me to judge. All I know is personally, I don't.
She said hard. Yeah.
Regret my decision of going on TikTok. It's completely changed my life, and I know it's changed so many other people's lives as well.
Caitlin Sarian, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us about it. I do appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Okie dokes.
Breaking news from TikTok, the social media.
It is. Well, let me know what you all think. Let me know about any extra details that I may not know about or I may have missed. Let me know what you think about it. More importantly, do you care? I don't. 10 million subscribers. Woo! Gonna ban my account. I ain't never tried to hurt nobody. Cause no problems. They gonna ban me when girls are shaking their titties and ass and dudes are shaking ding-a-ling on there. Okay, yeah.